Hi guys, welcome to the Jude cast. This is episode 11 and of course we're bringing you all the game news, well, as much as we can in the short time that we have together. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember to like, comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's get right to it. Now first of all, we've had some disappointing news from Rockstar Games to do with Red Dead Redemption 2. The game was released in 2018 and was a huge success. Absolutely a beautiful game, another triumph for the company. I absolutely adore it. Got it day one on PlayStation 4. It's so much fun. It is available in many different formats: PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation, Xbox, all that. Also going to be working on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles, which is good news if you've just got your next gen devices. Now there've been leaks going on for a while saying that Rockstar would be doing an update for the single player campaign, making it a bit more consistent, adding some more content. Sadly, Rockstar have confirmed this week that this is not going to be the case. There will be no single player update for the game. They're going to be concentrating on the multiplayer online section, which is kind of similar to what they've been doing with Grand Theft Auto 5. They're really going all in on online play, which is cool. It adds some real replayability. It lets you play with friends and random people online, but it's a shame. It would be cool to have some DLC for it. Admittedly, it's only been 2 years, but still it would be nice if there was something, because the game was amazing. It's kind of hard to imagine what they would do, maybe a bit more between the stories of Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Revolver 2. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see what they could do with it, because there's so much potential. Maybe looking at some of the other characters, looking at what's been going on around, that would be interesting. Yeah, I just think it would be really nice to see some more for the single player. I would love to see some more content, but apparently it's not their priority right now. They are really going all in on online play, which I kind of understand. It's been a huge success for them. But yeah, it would be nice to get more single player, more updates, more DLC. So maybe in the future, we don't know. Hopefully, of course, everybody is hoping that there will be a Grand Theft Auto 6 coming for the new generation of consoles. So far, it looks like we just might be getting another re-release of GTA 5. Because, yeah, 2 console generations is never enough. But no, I love Rockstar. I love what they do. We actually have some former students here from L3DI who work at Rockstar, which is really, really cool. Hopefully at some point soon I'll be able to interview one of them and talk to them about what it's like working for Rockstar. Spoilers! Whoop. Keep your eyes out for that. Remember to subscribe so that you stay up to date with all that stuff, just in case, because that could be coming soon. Never know. Anyway, also speaking of rumors, there are reports out that possibly there could be a new Nintendo Switch coming out next year. There have been reports going on about this for a while, that there'll be a new version of the Switch, and of course the thing is there has been an update this year. We saw the new version of the Switch with with better performance and stuff like that coming out. Wasn't a completely new version, just an update of the original, but still better processor and all that good stuff. So for those of us who got the Switch day one, it was a bit like, thanks Nintendo. But oh well, it's good to see them working on it. There have kind of been echoes of this rumor by the fact that they've actually stopped selling the current model of the dock in the UK. This isn't the case in America or anywhere else, it's just in the UK, so it does make people wonder, why are they not selling the dock anymore? I mean, it could just be because it's just not selling well there. Like, I know it kind of sells in America, I know it kind of sells here, but in the UK it does tend to sort of not be what people would buy, you know? Most people, they would have just the Switch hooked up to the TV in the living room and then like play on in handheld mode all over the rest of the house. Particularly seeing as it is more of a young gamers thing over there, There are quite a few adults who have one, I will admit that. I mean, I have a Switch, I love my Switch. My brother has, my parents even have a Switch. Like, yeah, we're a Nintendo family. But yeah, like, so maybe it's just, it could just be to do with the fact that it's not selling as well there, so they've stopped selling it. Because the thing is, there was a group called Leaky Panda who spoke about this on Twitter, saying that they had heard rumours about this, that they'd put leaks out about different games that were upcoming and possible update to the Switch coming next year. They put out leaks for Breath of the Wild 2, which I gotta admit I'm looking forward to. But the thing is, Nintendo CEO actually recently said that the Switch was only halfway through its life cycle, and it's been out for 3 years. So the fact that it's coming out a new version in 2021 doesn't sound like a halfway through a life cycle thing. Halfway through a life cycle would be that it will be coming out in 3 years' time. That we'll be looking at sort of 2022, 2023 for the new Switch, or whatever it's going to be called. So I'm not sure there's any validity in this reason. Maybe they might announce that there will be a new Switch in a couple of years. They do tend to, but Nintendo tends to be very, very tight-lipped. They tend to keep things as much to themselves as they can. They don't want leaks. They don't want people finding out things before they're ready for them to be found out. And they're very, very good at keeping secrets, which is part of the reason so many people set out rumors about Nintendo, is because they are so good at keeping secrets and people want all the Nintendo information. So yeah, I don't think next year will be the year of the Switch 2 or the Switch U, if it follows the Wii's logic. I hope it does. It doesn't they don't call it a Switch U. Switch 2, yeah, Switch V2 maybe, but yeah, I mean, literally, they've recently released the Switch Lite, they've recently released an updated version of the original Switch, so I can't really see them sending a brand new Switch 2, whatever it's going to be called, next year. Maybe an announcement that that it's in the works, but I don't think it'll be out yet. Not if they've stated it's halfway through its life cycle. So yeah, I think a few more years, a couple more years, 2-3 more years to wait, and then we'll get a new one. 6 years is not a huge life cycle for a console, I have to admit. Like, I think I got my PlayStation 4 in 2014, and literally, so that's 6 years, and it wasn't new when I got it. So, I don't believe. So, like, yeah, I think we'll be looking at least until 2023, possibly maybe 2022 an announcement, but I don't think 2021 will be the year of the new Switch. But yeah, it's exciting to think that to imagine what they're going to be doing next. The Switch is such a cool console. It is, I know this sounds really stupid, but it is my favourite console other than the PS4. Like, I haven't yet got to grips with PS5, I haven't played it enough. There aren't enough exclusive games on the PS5 yet for me to say how much I like it. I'm looking forward to trying it properly, giving it a proper go. When the exclusives come out, when they start being able to put it through its paces, like when Horizon Forbidden West comes out, I think I will forget about my Switch. But I've had so much more fun playing Switch games than on any other console. But then again, it's just such a versatile system. It's so much fun, and I really, really hope they do bring it into a situation where it is really, really HD graphics, a much better processor, much better loading times and things like that. It's because, I mean, the way technology is advancing, the next generation of Switch could be just blow your minds. And the fact is that the Switch is still outselling the PS5, sorry. That might be to do with the fact that you can't actually get a PS5. But I think it'll be interesting to see what happens when more stock of the PS5 comes in, when it's easier to get hold of, if the Switch still dominates. I think this holiday season could still be really advantageous for the Switch, despite the fact that Sony have said there will be restocks. Switch just does seem to have a more of an open market than the PS5 does. The PS5 and obviously the Xbox Series consoles are much more for hardcore gamers, whereas the Switch kind of goes for both hardcore and casual. And I think that's the thing, Nintendo's always done their own thing, and they're the best at doing what they do. I think they make great games, they make great hardware, and it's, you know, never had a bigger smile than playing a Nintendo console, honestly. Like, Breath of the Wild was just like, and I smiled the whole way through Super Mario Odyssey, which I think is why I've been smiling so much playing Astro's Playroom. It's got that same sort of vibe. So yeah, I think the Switch is pretty safe, but we can wait a little while until the new one comes out. So I mean, we'll see. It is, however, getting updates. There is a firmware update available now. And it's giving you new ways to share your screenshots, which is one of the new things. When you have taken a screenshot from the thing, you will be able to go to the screenshot and scan a QR code that will send it to your phone. So you'll be able to get the thing directly on your phone. So you won't have to go through Twitter. You won't have to go through Facebook. You'll get it directly on your phone, and then you can share it as you wish. This is actually quite a good idea, because it does kind of suck when you're playing a game and you have to go and upload it onto a social network and then download it on your phone. Like if you want a screensaver, you see, you know, like, because Breath of the Wild, let's be honest, is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous game. So it's really cool that you can, if you want to have a Breath of the Wild screensaver, you can just like scan the code and have it on your phone without having to mess around with social media. It's also bringing into effect automatic cloud save data downloads for multiple consoles. So if you have more than one Switch, it will download your data. Obviously this won't be for all games like Pokemon and Animal Crossing, where it's dependent on what you're playing there, that probably won't be enacted. But for games like Breath of the Wild, where it's not such a big deal, and the Switch Online services and stuff like that, where you're not competing, you're not trying to find extras, those that will probably be active. So it's quite a good thing. There's also going to be a new trending section where you'll be able to see what your friends have been playing, to maybe get ideas of games to play next. There will also be a shortcut to Nintendo Switch Online services on the home screen, so that you can then obviously go straight to those services and get more access, and also to prioritize downloads, which is a good thing, because if you just want to say, okay, I want this game, but I want that game, but I download it after this one, I want to play this one straight away, instead of having to wait for the one to download, you can prioritize them and then choose which one you want to download first. So that's actually a really sensible idea. And there's also 12 new user icons themed around the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. So you'll be able to choose whichever one you want, which is kind of cute. I mean, I use a Mii, so that's just me. But me, boom boom. But yeah, it's cool. The update's available now, so if you have a Switch and you haven't checked, go and update it, and you'll get these services straight away on the console. So that's good news. But huge, awesome news. The Super Mario Nintendo World in Japan is opening on the 4th of February. Oh my gosh, I so want to go. It's at Universal Studios Resort in Osaka. It looks amazing. There have been photos and videos published by Universal Studios Japan and Nintendo Japan, showing the upcoming Super Mario World in the Universal Studios Park. It looks incredible. So yeah, it's going to be opening next February the 4th, and there's already a themed cafe and merchandise store at the larger Universal Studios Japan Park, and one of the flagship rides at this new Nintendo World section will be an AR Mario Kart roller coaster. Now, AR, if you don't know, obviously I'm sure you do, is augmented reality. So while you're on the ride, you'll have to wear a headset, an AR headset shaped like Mario's cap, which will allow you to grab different items and throw them at different people. which just sounds so much like fun. It's probably using a lot of the similar technologies what's being used for the Mario Kart Live on the Switch, but obviously much more high tech than what's in that. But it's a similar idea of being able to race around and seeing the things around you, grabbing them and throwing them at people. So that's really, really cool. Obviously we here at L3DI are specialized in AR and VR, so hey, road trip maybe. Wonder if you could talk to the boss into getting us there. I'll have to mention it to him. Company trip. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. The carts have steering wheels, but and the vehicles, you have multiple vehicles racing alongside each other. But it sounds like it's the ride's on rails from what we've seen about it. It doesn't look like it's going to be one you can put anything into winning. So it's not even guaranteed that you'll win the race. You could be in different carts and win it one time in the same car and then not in the next. So there'll be power-ups you can throw and put people off and things like that, like in the game. And the experience apparently is going to be different each time you play. So that will be really interesting. Of course, the Universal Studios Japan Park has said that they're working with health administration people because of obviously the COVID situation, to make sure that staff and visitors are all safe. Apparently currently operating at 50% capacity for the whole park, to make sure that everyone is safe and there are not too many people. So it'll be interesting to see when it opens how that, if that's still the case. Obviously you probably have to book to go and choose your day to make sure that you can go and make sure that you're safe. But yeah, I really want to go. I've been hoping to go to Japan for so long. I would love to go there. Maybe at some point I will actually go. I'm trying to save up some money and hopefully go there at some point. So yeah, it could be really, really cool. I suppose you've all heard about this one though. Scalpers gonna scalp, I guess, is the thing. There've been copies of Cyberpunk 2077, speak more slowly, Jude, being sold on eBay for over $4,000. That's just insane. A copy of Cyberpunk 2077 on eBay for over $4,000 is just madness. Of course, the game isn't out until December the 10th, so obviously people are very impatient about getting a copy. So we got to wonder what's going to be on these discs. Possibly an early build, if it is actually what they're claiming it is. Because there have been some early alphas and stuff that have been leaked online. So it could be one of those. It's probably not, doubtful it's going to be the full game. But the fact that people are so willing to pay $4,000 to get a copy of this game is just crazy. There have been people saying that Cyberpunk is kind of losing support because it's taking so long, but the fact that these scalpers are able to ask for $4,000 for this game and some people are actually going for it, it just shows what a demand there is for it. Also, CD Projekt Red have announced their third quarter earnings and showed that they had over $20 million of referred revenue waiting to come to them. Now, referred revenue is basically deferred revenue is basically revenue that's going to be coming later, that's sort of on hold and will be coming later. So this is to do with the pre-orders of Cyberpunk 2077. That's huge. $20 million, over $20 million is just an insane amount of money. And it's way more than for The Witcher. According to CD Projekt Red, that's 50% higher than what were projected for The Witcher. So that's just insane. Like, people have been waiting such a long time for this game. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Lots of desire from the fans, despite obviously the delays, and it looks like it's gonna be an amazing game. It really, really does. I'm definitely gonna be getting it. I will probably be getting it on Steam now that I have a decent gaming rig. I was gonna get it on the PlayStation, but As it's an FPS, I prefer using a mouse and keyboard. You get a lot more accuracy on a mouse and keyboard than on a controller, in my opinion. Your results may vary, but yeah, I will definitely be getting it. I have, ever since I saw like the first trailer of this game, I thought it looked amazing. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting it and playing it. It looks so cool. I like the whole cyberpunk aesthetic. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of cyberpunk, especially in anime. Massive fan of Battle Angel Alita and all those kind of AD Police and all that kind of stuff. Just loved that stuff growing up. Probably shouldn't have been watching it when I was a kid, but I did anyway. But yeah, the whole cyberpunk aesthetic is always like, I've loved it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with it with this game. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, Square Enix, they're bringing in a new policy to allow their workers to work from home permanently in Japan. They've decided to allow most of their workers to work from home by creating a new policy that will go into effect on December 1st, as in today. And they will basically have their employees designated as either home-based or office-based. They've said there's a number of reasons for this, which include flexibility and diverse working practices, helping to allow employees to achieve the optimal work-life balance, trying to bolster productivity, and also hoping that it will help them adapt in the future if they're a case of disasters, or just to bring in new employment models. And I think that's a good thing. I think that allowing people the option to work from home is good, especially like in this current situation with COVID. Like the end of last year, we were working from home. There was no classes on site. We're starting to get back for the L3I section, having our students start coming back. Not sure when they will be back properly or full time, because I mean, it's a lot more tiring for them and for us as staff to have them in front of a computer for hours, and don't feel like you're doing your job properly. You don't feel like you're teaching them properly. There's not the same interaction as there is, so it's kind of difficult. So I mean, work from home is a good option if you're able to do it. My brother does work from home a lot in his job in gaming. I know our friends over at Running with Scissors do a lot of distance working, and people working across the country and across the world even. So I mean, it demands a lot of self discipline and a lot of organization on the part of the employees as well as the company, a lot of trust in the employees. But I mean, the Japanese work ethic is very ingrained, so I think that no matter where people are working in Japan, they will be working hard. It's just, if you work for a company in Japan, you work for that company, you do your hours, you do what you have to do. And so yeah, I think it's good for them to do that. It will allow a lot more people to have much better work-life balance. It will allow people to spend more time with their kids. So I mean, fair play to them for doing that. I think it's a good thing, and it'll be interesting to see if other companies follow suit. I think probably the whole situation with COVID and that has made people rethink how they do their jobs and how companies work. So yeah, I think we might be seeing more of this in the future. I know in the West there are lots of game companies that do operate like this. Like I said, Running with Scissors already have that as a thing. So yeah, I think it will be good to see where things go from there. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys' thoughts are about all the subjects that we've discussed today. Feel free to leave a comment down there in the comments section. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified of everything that comes up. Also remember to follow me on all the social medias, facebook.com/punkyjudester, Instagram and Twitter @punkyjudester, and just come back next time and I will see you then. Have a good one. Bye guys.